Hi, AM here. Today we're here to do part 4 of the evolution of the Roman army. 2nd to 1st century, or 199 to 0 BC. So now, where we last left off yesterday, the Romans had just abandoned the phalanx system in favor of the much more mobile maniple system and won the First and Second Punic War. And now set their eyes on conquering Greece. And so with one after many battles and the Third Macedonian War in 168 BC, they finally defeated them entirely. And in 168 BC, the Battle of Pydna in Greece. And 22 years later, they would sack Carthage and furthermore destroy their civilization. And so with that, now they were one of the most powerful empires in the world at that point. But unfortunately, their troubles were not over yet, as the Republic was about to fall apart. As those who fought Rome's wars found themselves homeless. And then, all of a sudden, in 115 or 113 BC, from north of the Alps, from what is now Denmark, Germany, and Poland, were groups of barbarians, or the Germanic peoples, including the Cimbri and Teutones, led by Boieriks. Due to unlivable conditions in their homelands. And soon, they went down and attacked one of Rome's allies in what is now Austria, and successfully defeated the Romans time and time again, even 2, if not 4 complete Roman armies. It was only at the end when a man named Caius Marius, after fighting the Jurgathine Wars in northwestern Africa, was now Algeria, came into the rescue to put down to defeat the barbarians once and for all. And one is now in northern Italy. And around this time, in 107 BC, being the Marian reforms, and then all of a sudden during this time, dun, 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 dun. It's evolving again. Dun, 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 dun. The maniple has evolved into the cohorts. And so now, property and, well, ownership of property and wealth was no longer a requirement, and also now became a full-time profession. Rather than part-time whenever they're called up. And so they end up, but also only to result in the Republic tearing itself apart, as they now became more loyal, the soldiers became more loyal to their generals than to the Senate. And around this time, though, during the late Republican period, yes, the eagle had now become the standard symbol for all the legions. And so, during this time, they would have still worn Montefortino helmets, or the newly introduced Kula's helmet during the 1st century BC, and had oval-shaped scutes and would have still been wearing the Hamada armor and along with the gladius and pedilums. Yeah. And mercenaries auxiliaries started to play a part too. So later on. And of course, during this time, Rome would be caught in several civil wars, such as the one fought between Marius and Sulla, and then later on by Caesar and Pompey. Yes, and Caesar. Yes, with his Gallic Wars between 59 to 50 BC in what is now France. Which resulted in the expedition of Britain, but wouldn't be conquered till a century later. That will be for the next episode. And then on the civil war between Pompey. In the end, he won when he was decapitated. In the end, when he went to Egypt, where Pompey fled to, after his armies were defeated by Caesar's at Pharsalus, and where he was where he was murdered and his head was brought to Caesar. But who wanted to pardon him rather than have him dead? And so, he went back home as a hero, but only in 44 BC, the famous event where at the Ides of March when he was assassinated. And around this time, the damage had just been done. And soon, the civil wars would continue, and there would be and Caesar's nephew and his friend, Mark Antony, along with one guy, would soon form the second triumvirate, where it's the first one being him, Pompey, and Crassus. And so, they ended in 31 BC. Ah, yes, the famous event of after Antony and Cleopatra and their army was defeated by Octavius, who later adopted the name Augustus in 31 BC, and Actium also agrees. They then committed suicide, and then 4 years later, they soon transitioned from being a republic to a full-fledged empire. And now the emperor would be the one in charge rather than two councils. And so later on, the Alps would be acquired into the empire along with Egypt, and also set their sights on conquering the land just straight up north of the Alps, Germany. And around this time, when Augustus became emperor, the Montefertino element became out of use, and it was gradually replaced by the newly used Colas helmet that just became commonly used, and the Gallic helmet adopted from the Gauls, including the Aegon helmet. Yeah. Due to their effectiveness against protecting blow against blows to the head and the face. And soon around that time, a little bit later, their shields will mostly become rectangular in shape rather than oval. Yeah. But that'll be for the next episode later. But that's all I have for today. But as usual, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and this episode, and subscribe to watch more content on this channel every day. But from now on, thanks for watching. But I'll be back later with another video. And I'll see you all in 2019.